Hello everyone, my name is Chris Stewart and I love to follow politics. For me, it's just like the Super Bowl, except it only happens every other year on even number years. However, the political game goes on for months as it leads up to the actual election. And I love following the news during these election cycles. I want to tell you up front that I am a Trump supporter. I consider myself a fiscal conservative and a social libertarian. What that means to me is go pursue whatever makes you happy. Just don't expect me to pay for it. So let's talk about the current electoral map for the presidential race of 2024 as it stands today, July 19th, 2024. As you know, the RNC convention ended last night, Thursday evening, and the DNC convention is exactly 1 month away on August 19th. As you may be aware, there's a whole lot of talk that Biden may be replaced with another candidate. But for right now, let's treat the race as it is today, and at this moment, this is Trump's race to win, based on the polling data that I have seen. One of the best resources to get across-the-board polling data on any political race is a website called realclearpolitics.com. Now, Real Clear Politics has a sister site called realclearpolling.com. So if you're like me and you like to follow politics, these websites are a great resource for information about polling data. Real Clear Politics, or RCP for short, shows every legitimate polling institution's data for every political race in every state. And the RCP then averages these polls over several weeks, and they come up with what's called the RCP average. And here is a look at that website. As you can see, the electoral map has the blue states that are leaning towards Biden in blue, and they have the red states that are leaning towards Trump in red. The gray states are the ones that are still toss-ups. The battleground states are too close to call. So what I did is I looked at the polls state by state, and all of the states that are leaning blue, I put those in Biden's column. And all the states that are in red, I put those in Trump's column. I gave each candidate the credit for the electoral votes in the states that are leaning towards them according to these polls. The next thing I did was give all of the toss-up states their electoral votes over to Biden. The toss-up states currently are Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and even New Hampshire. Now they have Minnesota as a toss-up state too. Right now Biden's up by 3 points. I'm going to give him Minnesota because I don't remember the last time Minnesota went Republican. I know back in the 80s, Reagan won 49 states, and the one state he did not win was Minnesota. So if I take all the toss-up states and all of Biden's states, and I give Biden all the electoral votes, this puts Biden at 310 electoral votes versus Trump's 229 electoral votes. However, Biden's trailing anywhere from 2% and as much as 6% to Trump in all of the toss-up states. So I think Trump can probably win North Carolina and Georgia, and here's why I say that. If we look at these particular polls on Real Clear Polling, right now, Trump is up 5.7% in North Carolina. And if we look at Georgia, Trump is up 4.0. So I gave Trump the electoral votes for this state. Now this puts Trump, if we go in here and make the changes, this puts Trump at 261 electoral votes and Biden at 278. So it still looks good for Biden, right? Well, not so fast. if Trump wins one of the remaining toss-up states, Donald J. Trump is the next president of the United States. So how is Trump doing in these states? Let's go back to the state-by-state polling data, and let's look at these toss-up states. Now, I'm not going to include Nevada because Nevada only has 6 electoral votes, and that's not enough for Trump to win. So let's say Biden keeps Nevada and Trump wins Michigan. Let's see what Michigan looks like for Trump. Well, he's only up 1.7 right now, but it's still in the lead, and the polling data seems to be trending towards him right now, at least over the last several weeks. Well, let's look at Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, Trump is up 3.3%. What about Pennsylvania? In Pennsylvania, Trump is up 4.5%. So he's doing even better in Pennsylvania. And there's 19 electoral votes in Pennsylvania. Any one of these states would put Trump over the top, like I said earlier. Well, the last toss-up state really is Arizona. And if I look at Arizona, Trump is up 6 points or 6 percentage points in the state of Arizona. All Trump has to do is pick up one of these states, these swing states or battleground states, and he wins the 2024 presidential election. However, if Trump wins more than one or a series of the battleground states, then this election becomes an electoral landslide in Trump's favor. Now, all of this could change if the Democrats replace Biden with some other candidate, and the Democrats will play every game there is to play in order to gain power, or in this case, keep power. And the media will definitely play along and promote Democrats and poo-poo on Republicans as they always do. But for now, this is the way the election looks at this moment in time. I'll revisit this again a little bit later as the polls change, and we'll see if Trump's lead holds. If you enjoyed this video, or you at least found it informative, please hit the like button below. Have a nice day.